Hi everyone. So this video is going to be a quick tutorial on how to fill out a Say Mean Matter chart. Throughout the course you will notice that every time I give you a reading, I'm asking you to fill out this Say Mean Matter chart. And I explained it there, but I want to make it also in a video so for those of you who prefer this way of learning instructions. In the classwork, Say Mean Matter chart, no? So here you'll find, the description of the assignment, the purpose, and then what you need to do is you're going to prepare a Say Mean Matter chart. You access the chart here, and then you're going to copy the chart, okay? And make it your own document. And then you're going to fill it up. So let's say I'm going to open my chart. And it's right here, so I can't fill it up here directly, so I need to download it or copy, or just copy the format and you make your own in a Word document. We're gonna do it based on the reading of the intersectionality reading, so I need to go to that reading, of course, and here's the readings now. So say I just choose this one. It's a primary, so I go and read it and take notes. Okay, so let's just stop in this one, and I'll go to my chart, So we're here in the reading, and we're gonna, say I already did all of the reading, and I'm just gonna do my notes in the Say Mean Matter chart. So the chart, the example is a PDF, so you really can't use it, but you can make your own chart following the format. So I went ahead and did my own format of this chart in the program that I have, which is Pages. And here I can write, no? So what am I going to write about? So let's move it so that we can see the two things here. Right. So we have here the text. So maybe I want to take, and the first column, as you see, says, what does it say? And what you need to do is identify statements by the author that stand out to you. So I'm normally asking you to identify at least 8 statements, okay? So here I'm just going to give you the example of one. So in this part of the reading, for example, I'm just going to take this one that I think it's important. Intersectionality is a concept that enables us to recognize the fact that perceived group memberships can make people vulnerable to various forms of bias. Yes, because we're simultaneous members of many groups, our complex identities can shape the specific way we each experience that bias. No? So I want to talk about that. So I'm just going to copy. I select it and I copy, and then where do I go? I'll go to my chart, and I'm going to paste the first statement right there. See? I'm just going to make things smaller so that the chart is not too long. Okay, so I have it here, and then what do I do in the next column? What does it mean in your own words? So here is where I'm going to write what it means to me. So when I read this, which is, it's a quote, so I'm going to put my quotation marks. Which page did I get this quote from so that I'm not lost later? It's page 3. So I go back to my document. I'll just put page 3 here just so that I know if I want to go back to where it is in the reading, I know how to get there. And then what does it mean? So in your own words, what does it mean? Well, it means every person experiences intersectionality. That's one thing that I got from this. Yeah, but it says here, yet because we are all simultaneously members of any groups, our complex identities can shape the specific way we each experience that bias. So we all experience intersectionality, but we experience it differently depending on the different identities we have. And then, and when the one key part about here is your experience that make you vulnerable to biases, no? So say, like prejudice or stereotypes that because of the way we are, the way we look, the way we talk, or our sexual orientation, then we're gonna experience these biases from the society, from other people, etc., from institutions, no? So every person experiences intersectionality, that is, forms of bias treatment, but we experience it differently depending on the different identities we have. So this is kind of the way I can explain in my own words what it says here, no? So why does it matter? Why does this matter? Well, I think this matters because it is important to see how each person has different identities that will affect the way they relate to the world. And they will also impact how the world that surrounds them will accept or exclude them. So maybe I just want to leave it there, or maybe I want to go more. Maybe I want to say I experienced it. I have experienced this. And you explain how. No? Okay. So this is what I want you to do. You choose a quote that is interesting or that you think is really important from the reading, and then you come back here and you copy paste that and you say where you got it, and then you try to explain it with your own words, and then you try to analyze it, meaning you try to make connections, no, to other events, to other personal stories that you have, or situations that you've seen that you think this is reflected in that situation. So that's basically what you need to do in the Say Mean Matter chart. And like I said, you need to write at least 8 statements. The more detailed your work is in your Say Mean Matter chart, the better it is for you for the other work that you're going to have to do, because there's another tutorial where I show you how to turn this chart into a reading report. Okay, so I hope you understood how to do it and why is it important to do it. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Bye.